Kaigsunan. Mayong good morning. Malipayon nga happy Sabat mga igsoon. Okay ra yung tulog, wa mo nahadlok nga basig mag aftershock na pod mga igsunan. Okay ra ba yung tulog? Tubag-tubag pod mo mga kaigsunan. Ang akong apuhan nagtugon gyud to sa wa pa namatay nga boy. Mutimbaya ka gani og tao, di gana mo tubag, daga na lang ungo na. Pisabat mga kaigsunan, atong iglesia sa Panabo Mega Church. Nalipay ko nga bisan pas mga kalamidad atong nagyan mga kaigsunan, kita gihapon na niya nagtapok nining atong iglesia. And this is the best time to greet one another and say happy Sabbath sa atong mga igsoon nga nahimutang naglingkod sa atong kilid mga kaigsunan, because God has kept us. God has protected us from all these calamities that are happening right now in our surroundings. Sige daw, igsoon, atong lamanuhon atong tapad nga salamat sa Ginoo nga giluwas ta sa makuyaw nga kahimtang mga kaigsunan. Ang ato nga linog kagahapon, mas kusog pa ba ato sa Cebu mga kaigsunan. That was 7.4 magnitude. Ug sa Cebu, 10 days ago, was a 6.9 magnitude. Pero kung imong tanawon mga kaigsunan, ang damyos, Cebu earthquake was more destructive than what had happened yesterday. So, butang mga kaigsunan nga ato gihapong pasalamatan. So far, adunay lima lamang natala nga nangamatay mga kaigsunan sa nitabo nga linog kagahapon o kagabi. Dunay na record nga duha sa Gumanay, Pantukan. Dunay duha pod sa Mati o dunay usas Davao. So, nagtuo ko mga kaigsunan nga atong tagsa-tagsa ka mga panimalay luwas ra sa nitabo nga linog hangtod kagabi. So, again, I tried to ask mga kaigsunan, what really is the explanation in the Bible of the calamities that are happening right now? Is it biblical or only purely scientific phenomenon mga kaigsunan? Earthquake, calamities, and all other natural disasters are not only scientific phenomena, but these are also biblical. These are also biblical and signs of the times of the coming of God mga kaigsunan. Earthquake and other calamities mga kaigsunan, according to the Bible, are signs of the second coming. So di pa nato padayon ta mga kaigsunan sa atong mubo nga Sabbath School promotion karong buntaga. We will try to reopen our Bible again in the book of Luke chapter 21 verse 11. It says that there will be great earthquakes in the various places and famines and pestilences, and there will be fearful sights and great signs from heaven. In the book of Matthew 24 verses 7 to 8, for nation will rise against nation, and there will be famines, pestilences, and earthquakes in various places, and these are the beginning of sorrows. So this means that all these calamities, wars, famines, kagutom mga kaigsunan, are earthly birth pains that will increase as we come near to the coming of Jesus Christ. Panahon sa kalisod mga kaigsunan, we hear also God's voice in the calamities. Ang Biblia nagingon in Nahum chapter 1 verse 3 that the Lord is slow to anger. The Lord has His way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of His feet. And in Isaiah 26 verse 9, when your judgments come upon the earth, the people of the world will learn righteousness. And in third, in final shaking and earthquake at the end, the Bible also predicts a final, massive, and global earthquake. In the book of Revelation 16 verse 18, and there was a great earthquake, such as was not since men were upon the earth, so mighty an earthquake, and so great. We know all these things mga kaigsunan. Kadaghan na ta kasugat, nagbasa ta sa Biblia about these things that are about to happen. And yet, when these things actually happen, lahi gyud gyapon natong kahadlok bisag mga Adventista ta. Nihapon mi kagabi ni Dr. Tornaliho, the president sa Mountain View College, one Sabbath, mga kaigsunan. Naghatag siya revival message during Sabbath school. And the topic of his message was about faith. Iyon siya ang topic sa akong mensahe judge, mahitungod sa pagtuo, nga bisag unsaon ug uyog ang atong pagtuo, mubarog yung tangalikon. Mao na yung mensahe sa Sabbath school. Pagwali niya sa divine worship, mga kaigsunan, naglinog. Ang simbahan way kisami, kusog kay tingog sa atong mga kaigsunan. And in the middle of his sermon, siya na lang ang isa nahibilin simbahan, ang tanang mga kaigsunan ng gawas na. Pagbalik sa mga kaigsunan, ningon siya, di ba igsoon, bag-urata, nagwali sa Sabbath school, nga panahon ganis kaguliyang, mubarog lagi tas ng pagtuo, pero nga naman, nga nang gawas mo panahon swali. Ako na lang ang nagpabilin. Igsoon, bisan paghitsahan na tas mga mensahe igsoon, including the prophecy. Certainly igsoon, when persecution comes, kita mga Adventista, masukod yun ang atong pagtuo. Gani, wako kabantay gabi is paglinog, nami suod simbahan. Ang akong asawa, ang akong anak, ila kong kikansyawan, nga una pa ko nidagan, nilang duha mga kaigsunan. Wag yung ko kabantay igsoon nga, ako des lang gibiyaan. Ang akong nahuna manggod, pagkapalong sa suga, na nila gubo, spultahan sa simbahan sa Tagum Central. Gusto na ko tanawon og unsay nahitabo, natumba de ang gate mga kaigsunan. Muna nga alang sa akong asawa ug akong anak, ako silang gibiyaan mga kaigsunan. Instinct of a man or a woman mga igsoon. You will see that this happens. Mahitabo gini mga kaigsunan. And certainly God has a message. I do not want to condemn those who post in your Facebook wall mga kaigsunan nga panahon sa kalamidad. We condemn all those people nga kung maglinog gani, kusog kayo mo singgit sangan sa Ginoo. Apan linaw gani ang panahon mga kaigsunan, never did these people even mention the name of God mga kaigsunan. But certainly Ellen White, I want to emphasize, according to her, that calamities and judgments are warnings mga kaigsunan. The Lord will not always remain silent, He will not always be inactive, but His judgment will be made manifest, and the time is now come when the power of God's people should be felt in the world. Testimonies for the Church, Volume 9, page 20. And in Testimonies, Volume 9, page 11, Ellen White says that the judgment of God are in the land. The wars and rumors of wars, the destruction by fire and floods say clearly that the time of trouble, which is to increase until the end, is already in the world. Earthquake, according to her, as warnings of the end. The earth is heaving and swaying under the judgment of God. The calamities by the land and sea, the unsettled state of society, the alarms of war are portentous. They forecast approaching events of the greatest magnitude. This show that earthquakes, along with wars and social unrest, as part of the final movements of Earth's history. And for us, Seventh-day Adventist Christians, earthquake and other calamities is a call to wake up mga kaigsunan. In the book of Last Day Events, page 27, Ellen White says that God has a purpose in permitting these calamities to occur. Akong usbon, ang Dios adunay tuyo sa pagtugot nga kini nga kamalamidad nagakahitabo. They are the one of His means of calling men and women to their senses. Kini mga paagi, usas sa mga pamaagi sa Ginoo, aron tawgon ang iyang mga katawhan nga mahimalik dinha sa ilahang pagtuo mga kaigsunan. So you will see that disasters are not random, but these are tools in God's hands to awaken spiritual urgency mga kaigsunan. Muna pag-abot na ko simbahan kagabi, gisugat ko sa mga diakono, Mr. Judge, akong tagnaon, puno ang atong simbahan karon. Gabi mga kaigsunan, Birnes, tinuod yun, daghan yun ang gasimba, panahon sa kagabi mga kaigsunan. So certainly, many of us were awakened of these disasters that are happening in the world right now mga kaigsunan. And this gets its intensity and frequency igsoon. Somebody asked, was it an aftershock last night? But according to Philbox mga kaigsunan, they called it as a possible doublet earthquake mga kaigsunan. Unsa man ang doublet earthquake? Doon na day pinomeno sa siyensya mga kaigsunan nga dunay kusog nga linog, after which igsoon there will be some aftershocks, uban gani di na nato mabati. But according to Philbox, katong nahitabo kagabi, around 7 o'clock in the evening, was another earthquake, mga kaigsunan, which was cause of another trench, igsoon, sa Philippine Trench of Earthquake, igsoon. It was not an aftershock, but certainly another great earthquake, mga kaigsunan. So you will see that earthquakes are happening, igsoon, that is increasing in frequency as well as in intensity, mga kaigsunan. So I hope, mga kaigsunan, that God's message of these things that are happening recently, mga kaigsunan, truly tells us, igsoon, nga kini nakapapukaw sa atong pagpangalagad, mga kaigsunan. And this makes us ready, igsoon, for our worship this Sabbath day. Sabbath school. I was tasked to give you some promotion, mga kaigsunan, about Sabbath school. How many of you, mga kaigsunan, have thought to yourself, igsoon, that Sabbath school, or have you ever realized the value of this hour, mga kaigsunan? I do not know kung kinsa gyud naghatag og pagtagad, igsoon, sa takna panahon sa adlaw nga ipapahulay particular minti sa atong eskwela sa Batika, igsoon. Do we ever realize the eternal value of this hour, igsoon, during the Sabbath school program? The most important hour of the week, mga kaigsunan, accordingly, is the Sabbath school hours, mga kaigsunan. Why? Because here, we listen the stirring of thought, even from the councils of the Sabbath school, according to Ellen White, that the Sabbath school should be one of the greatest instrumentalities and the most effectual in bringing souls to Christ. Ellen White, Counsels on Sabbath School Work, page 10, igsoon. So Sabbath school is not merely a formality or a time filler before the divine service. It is God's ordained tool for soul winning, for personal revival, and for community transformation, mga kaigsunan. I hope that you feel it, igsoon. Na dinha sa atong adlaw ipapahulay panahon sa eskwela sa Batika, kini, mga kaigsunan, usa ka ahensyas gobyerno, ahensyas Ginoo, mga kaigsunan, aron sa pagpandala og hamiling kalag, personal revival as well as community transformation. Ellen White reminds us that the Sabbath school lesson must be learned not by a hasty glance at the lesson scripture of the Sabbath morning, but by careful study for the next Sabbath on each day of the week. Ang pagtuon kuno sa ato nga leksyon, mga kaigsunan, dili himuon nga dinalian, dili himuon nga ato lang lantawon, mga kaigsunan, panahon na gyud sa buntag sa adlaw ipapahulay, but the same must be read, must be studied day by day, and the study must be careful for the next Sabbath on each day of the week. So this is a call for a daily preparation. Sabbath school lesson, mga kaigsunan, should be a lesson for us to prepare during the whole Sabbath day the following week, mga kaigsunan. It is not merely an attendance in the Sabbath school. When we open God's Word each day, preparing for the Sabbath day, mga kaigsunan, during the Sabbath school, we come to class not only to receive, but to give, to encourage, and to uplift, mga kaigsunan. Moment must be set aside for us to communicate with the members of the Sabbath school classes. Kumusta, mga kaigsoon? How was your week, mga kaigsunan? Imo bang nabati ang panalangin sa Ginoo nining semana? Og dunay pagsulay, kumusta man? How were you able to overcome those trials in a week, mga kaigsoon? So there are challenges for every week in our lives, mga kaigsunan. But certainly these challenges, each of us will take a moment during the Sabbath school to study the Sabbath school lesson. Let us come prepared during the Sabbath school program, the Sabbath school lesson is on, not only with our lessons completed, but with the hearts ready to share, to bless, as well as to grow. Ellen White says that when we search the Word of God with humble hearts, angels will draw near, and the Spirit of God will be our teacher. So you will see, on how important the Sabbath school program is in our church. Now, in relation to our Sabbath school promotion, this Sabbath, as far as the church is concerned, also emphasizes on the importance of public affairs and religious liberty. Being tasked, mga kaigsunan, to lead the PARL throughout the NDM, mga kaigsunan, we set a lot of programs and activities throughout the mission, mga kaigsunan, to increase awareness for our members of the church on what really is PARL, unsa magyud na ang public affairs and religious liberty. This is not a new department, mga kaigsunan. This is not a department that only few are members of, igsoon. In fact, I believe that this is one of the very few departments of the church that considers all members of the church to be members of PARL also. May I ask the church of Panabo Mega Church, kinsay nagtuo nga kitang tanan sakop sa PARL department? Mga tigulang sa iglesia lang, mga trabahanti lang sa gobyerno siguro ang nagtuo nga kita sakop sa public affairs and religious liberty. This is the premise, mga kaigsunan. As long as you have non-Adventist neighbors, igsoon, you are a member of PARL. Hangtod nga dili tanan nimong silingan Adventista, Brother Angelo and Sister Ejilod, ikaw sakop sa public affairs and religious liberty. So try to look around your household. Do you still have neighbors, mga kaigsunan, that are non-Adventist? Kinsay dunay silingan igsoon karon nga dili Adventista? Malihog daw, taas kamot. Wow, napagwa na nasog kamot, mga kaigsunan. Siguro naani sa Luma Linda City nagpuyo, mga kaigsunan. You try to visit Luma Linda City, 95% of the community are Adventist. Lindot kay dito puyan, mga kaigsunan. So dinis Panabo na po day barangay Luma Linda, mga kaigsunan. Halos na natong silingan Adventista. Now if you believe that not all your neighbors are Adventists, then try to consider that you are a member of PARL. Next, if you are working, og dili tanang kauban nimo sa trabahoan igsoon Adventista, then sakop ka sa public affairs and religious liberty. So try to look around. Imagine yourself in your office, mga kaigsunan. Are all your office mates Adventists? If not, then you are a member of public affairs and religious liberty. How? You will see, obviously, son, that the mission, the mandate of PARL, mga kaigsunan, is for us to advance the work of God, to promote that we enjoy freedom of religion, and that in every public affair, mga kaigsunan, if that involves Saturday, igsoon, we have the moral and the biblical obligation to tell everybody there, in your workplaces, in your community, that you must not attend if the activity falls on a Saturday. That is our stand as a Seventh-day Adventist, mga kaigsunan. But how do we tell them? Nganong di man ta mutambong og pahina adlong Sabado? Nganuman nga kung mag-team building sa itong opisina og adlong Sabado, nganong di man to mutambong, mga kaigsunan? We have the message to tell, and that message is all upon us, mga kaigsunan, Adventist Christians. Have we told them the reasons ngano nga di ta mutambong panahon, mga kaigsunan, manghatag og ayuda ang DSWD adlong Sabado? Amen, igsoon? Oy, wa ba ta nanambong, mga kaigsunan, ba nga nang hatag og ayuda Sabado? Wa ta nanambong o nanambong? Very good. So nungutan na itong silingan na ipanghatag tag 5,000, nganong wa kami tambong, sayang. Apili mong bana, imong anak, 20,000 unta. Pero nganong wa man nimo gidawat? Have we told them the answer? If not, mga kaigsunan, then consider yourself now as member of PARL. So PARL is a department of our church that involves everybody as members thereof. So this is divided into two, public affairs and religious liberty. When you say public affairs, mga kaigsunan, as long as you belong to a certain community, we have the obligation to be involved in the public. Sakop gani kag purok, maingon ng purok chairman, mga silingan, magsabota, karong sunod simana, dunay bisita moabot, manghinlo tag kanal, mangguna ta, adlawng Sabado. Siyempre kitang mga Adventista, simba man nato na, mananghita, purok chairman, kapitan, suri kay di mi katambong, amo mangyud nang adlawng igpapahulay. We have the obligation to tell them. You see, son? In the workplaces, Panahon og dunay team building. Nganong di man tamutambong mga kaigsunan, we have to tell them. Mga estudyante, mga kaigsunan, karon kaway klase gahapon, usahay moingon ang school principal, schools division superintendent, make up class ta. Kano saman Sabado. Di bantamang eskwela, but what's the reason? We have the obligation to tell them. And that is the mandate of PARL, mga kaigsunan. That is the mandate of PARL. So now we have to know our laws, mga kaigsunan. Not only do we have the obligation to tell them the reasons, but we must know our rights. We must know the laws, mga kaigsunan, that protect our freedom of religion. So what are our laws? Are we really exempt from attending classes every Sabbath day? Are we really exempt from attending or reporting for duty when our management, when our boss requires us to report for duty on a Saturday? Then what are our legal basis? So that is now the gist of our promotion today. No less than the 1987 Constitution, mga kaigsunan, nagingon that we enjoy freedom of religion. So far in the Philippines, ambot og nakinumdum pa mo, pila naman ta ka konstitusyon, mga kaigsunan, ang naa. Brother Edgar, howd ka ni? Sir Edgar, pila na gani ka konstitusyon naa na to? Tag-welcome ni uban natong bisita sa Tagum Central, mga kaigsunan. Si Sir Geraldine, Brother Edgar, si Elder Luloy Suliti, na po din ha, nag-abot, and they're ready to sing in the divine worship. Wala ba? Igsoon, we have the present 1987 Constitution. Prior to that, we have the 1972 Constitution, the martial law. Prior to that, we have the 1935 Constitution, and then the Malolos Constitution. Ako iyap-iyap, mga kaigsunan, ug wa ko masipyat, 5 na kabatakang balaod ang atong nasod. But one common provision of all these constitutions in the Philippines, igsoon, is the provision affording freedom of religion, igsoon. Gikan pas Malolos Constitution until the present Constitution, consistent provision that is being provided there is the freedom of religion. So hangtod karon, mga kaigsunan, we enjoyed the widest latitude of religious freedom under our Constitution. Constitution is the fundamental law of the land, meaning to say, all other laws that are enacted by Congress, down to barangay, down to purok, must conform to the Constitution. Otherwise, it will be considered unconstitutional, mga kaigsunan. So what does the Constitution provide? Article 2, Section 6 that provides that the separation of church and state shall be inviolable. That is the first principle in the Constitution. Ang panagbulag sa gobyerno o sa iglesia, dili angay supakon, mga kaigsunan. So there is an absolute separation of the church and state. Meaning to say, when the church imposes a particular program, the state should not intervene. On the other hand, og dunay programa ang gobyerno, ang iglesia po di pod manggilabot, mga kaigsunan. That is the explanation of the separation of church and state. No government funds must be appropriated for building of churches. Wala kunoy pondo sa gobyerno kinahanglan ni alokar aron mo tukod og iglesia, bisag unsa nga klase nga iglesia. That is the concept of separation of church and state, mga kaigsunan. You know, in Indonesia, you will wonder, Indonesia is a Muslim country. I guess 95% of the population of Indonesia are Muslim. But you will see the irony, igsoon. Kita sa Pilipinas, Christian country ta. Okay? In Indonesia, Muslim, mga kaigsunan. But you know, their government subsidizes building churches, Christian churches, more particularly. That is why if you visit Manado, mga kaigsunan, Manado is a city of the eastern side of Indonesia, mga kaigsunan. This is the only city in Indonesia, mga kaigsunan, that the major population are Christian. Makita nimo, mga kaigsunan, pag-abot nimo silang syudad, daghan kayo mga Kristohanon nga iglesia. Dunay Baptist, dunay Foursquare, mga kaigsunan, doon na po iglesia ni Kristo dito, ug mas daghan pa gyud ang Seventh-day Adventist churches. And what more? If you will see large buildings in the city, mga kaigsunan, these are churches. Makakita kaganig dakong gambalay, magbiyahe ka, mga kaigsunan, you will see from afar, igsoon, kini simbahan gyud mi. Pagduol nimo, simbahan gyud. Now you wonder, nganong dagko ilang simbahan, ilang balay gagmay, mga kaigsunan? Because the government subsidizes at least 50% of building Christian churches, mga kaigsunan. Kita nimong kalainan? Kita sa Pilipinas, Kristohanon nga nasod, pero ang atong gobyerno wala gatabang pagtukod og mga simbahan mga kaigsunan because that is not allowed under the Constitution. What are the other provisions in the Constitution? Article 3, Section 5 affords freedom of religion. Now, what is freedom of religion? There are two aspects of freedom of religion, mga kaigsunan. Number one, the freedom to believe, and that is an absolute freedom. Second, the freedom to act on one's belief. This time, that particular freedom is no longer absolute, mga kaigsunan. Atong usaw-usahon, unsa ning freedom to believe? This simply is your freedom to believe God or not to believe God at all. That is part of your freedom. Nagtuo ka nga dunay Ginoo, that is your freedom. If you believe that there is no God at all, that is also your freedom. Di ka prisuhon sa gobyerno kung wa kay Ginoo sa imong kinabuhi, mga kaigsunan. If you believe God and your God is different from my God, that is also your freedom. My God is Jesus Christ. And some people believe that their God is Allah, their God is Buddha, their God is whoever, their wife, money, etc. That is still part of freedom to believe. No one, the state, cannot imprison you simply because you believe on another God. Nagtuo ka nga imong Ginoo, imong asawa, so be it. Di ka pwede prisuhan. Nagtuo ka ng imong kwarta mo, imong Ginoo, so be it. Di ka pwede prisuhan sa gobyerno because that is an absolute freedom, igsoon. On the other hand, freedom to act on one's belief is not an absolute freedom. What does that mean? If you believe that your God is someone who is other than my God, but the way you translate your belief, mga kaigsunan, would tantamount to a crime, then this time the government may intervene. Example, you believe about baptism. Nagtuo ka, mahitungod sa pagbautismo, ang gagawas ko ng tao, mutuog magpabautismo, dili makaangkon sa kalawasan. That is your freedom, absolute freedom to believe. But more particularly, what you believe in about baptism is about baptism by fire, igsoon. Nagtuo ka ngang pinagi ra gyud sa bautismo, igsoon, way lain nga makapaluwas og tao gawas sa bautismo sa kalayo. So nagwali ka, for example, na inito sa imong doktrina, medisidar nga magpabautismo, imong gibautismohan pinaagi sa kalayo, gisunog nimo ang tao, mga kaigsunan. Do you think that that is still covered by freedom of religion? Partly, igsoon, yes, that is covered. The freedom to believe on baptism of fire is an absolute freedom, mga kaigsunan. But to act on that belief, mga kaigsunan, imong sunugan ng tao tungod kay siya gusto magpabautismo, and that would result to his death, igsoon, then this time the government may intervene, may charge against you for murder, homicide, parricide, infanticide, as the case may be, mga kaigsunan. You see? So that is the only limitation on freedom to believe, mga kaigsunan. Now what about more particularly for us Adventists, mga kaigsunan? Unsay balaod nagahom nato, mga kaigsunan? Simple naman ang isyo, kanunay nato nga mga Adventista, igsoon. Una ka nagtrabaho, libre ba ka sa adlawng Sabado? But pasabot og maingon ang imuhang amo, mo-duty kag Sabado kay kusog ang halin sa tindahan. Can you be exempt from attending on a Saturday duty, mga kaigsunan? If you are in government, Monday to Friday you have to render duty. What about if you are assigned in CDRRMO, City Disaster Risk Reduction Management Office? You are a police officer. You are a BGMP personnel. You are a BFA employee, mga kaigsunan. Are you compelled to report for duty on a Saturday? All these situations, mga kaigsunan, sometimes may hamper our services to God, igsoon. Ug daghan ng mga Adventista pod, di pod kasabot nini mohukom, mga kaigsunan, panahon nga doon natin, mga kaigsunan, muadto sa tagsa-tagsa katrabahoan, igsoon. Now we will settle. Part of freedom of religion, mga kaigsunan, is for everyone to enjoy your day of worship. For those who are working in the private sector, the Labor Code of the Philippines is the law that governs your employment. Akong usmon, ha? Ug naa ka nagtrabaho sa pribado, mga kaigsunan, ang balaod nga nagahom sa imong pagpanabaho is the Labor Code of the Philippines. On the other hand, if you are working in government, lahi pod nga balaod ang nagahom nato. The civil service laws, mga kaigsunan, and some specific laws applicable for a particular government agency. In short, we are governed with different laws, mga kaigsunan. Now, we will harmonize. If you are in private sector, patrabahoon kag Sabado, do you have the duty to report or do you have the right to say, exempted ko to report in a Saturday? All right? Now, what does the Labor Code provide? The Labor Code provides that 6 days, if you are in private sector, you have to report for duty. And in 7 days in a week, mga kaigsunan, every employee is entitled to 1 full 24 hours rest day, igsoon. Pila ka oras? 24 hours. In short, usak ka tibok adlaw na. Di pwede putlon. 12 oras lang sa kakarong adlaw, sunod adlaw, rest day na po ka, 12 oras na po. No. 1 full 24 hours rest day. So in short, in 7 days in a week, dunay usa ka adlaw nga rest day ang mga private employees. You are entitled to it as a matter of right. You also have the duty to report 6 days. That is 8 hours in a day, 6 days in a week. But the question now, more important question is that 1 full rest day, mga kaigsunan, what day must be your rest day? What is the law? And how does the Labor Code provide? The Labor Code provides, mga kaigsunan, that the choice of rest day belongs to the management. But pasabot, o kinsay magbuot, o kunsang adlaw ka mag-rest day, mga kaigsunan, the management. So if you are working in a private hospital, it is the management of the hospital who is going to choose what day is your rest day. Adventista ka, and the hospital management says that you have to rest on Sunday. In short, you have to report from Monday to Saturday. Igo na ta nga mga Adventista. So we are compelled to report for duty on a Saturday. Yes, as a general rule. When I say general rule, there is only one exception under the Labor Code, Article 91 exon. You can search this in Google. Article 91, second paragraph, provides as an exemption. And what is the exemption? The law says that, however, the employee shall have the right of choice on day of his rest when that choice of the day of worship, mga kaigsunan, a day of rest, exon, falls on the religious ground. Walay laing exemption ang balaod, mga kaigsunan. Nga pwede mo pili ang empleyado sa iyang adlaw ng ipapahulay gawas kini naglambigit sa iyahang kagawasan sa pagsimba. You see that? So as an Adventist, mga kaigsunan, we can invoke the provision of the law by way of exemption. That is, we can choose our rest day, mga igsoon. So ang atong rest day Sabado, you can tell your management that you can choose your rest day on a Saturday, mga kaigsunan. So we have these laws. We have these laws, igsoon. Kulang na lang ang pagbarog, mga kaigsunan. If you are working in government, no problem, igsoon. Kaya nga atong duty, Lunes na magudhantod Biyernes. Walay problema Sabado o Domingo, mga kaigsunan. But then again, if you are assigned in a city disaster risk reduction management office, and you are required to report for duty, just like now, naglinog kagapon, kagabi, mingon ng local chief executive that we will inspect all government buildings. So we report ka dito, mga kaigsunan. Example, baha, bagyo, igsoon, emergency situations. Do you have the right to truly invoke that you are exempt from attending Saturday classes? This time, we will invoke the principle of Christ on Sabbath, mga kaigsunan. Jesus Christ said that it is not unlawful to do good during Sabbath. Akong usbon, mga kaigsunan, dili sayop og sala, dili supak sa balaod, nga maghimog maayong butang panahon sa adlaw igpapahulay. So kung ang pagluwas o kinabuhi, igsoon panahon sa adlaw ipapahulay, mga kaigsunan, dili sayop. Ang prinsipyo ni Kristo, mga kaigsunan, supak sa prinsipyo sa mga Parisiyo. It's not unlawful to do good during Sabbath. That is why we will never condemn those who are working in government, mga kaigsunan, rendering duty to save lives, to maintain the order and peace of our community, just like our PNP personnel, BGMP, our doctors, mga kaigsunan. So we will stop to be being a Pharisees, igsoon, nga kung doon natin igsoon, naa dito sa hospital kay nurse o doktor, igsoon atong hukman, mga kaigsunan, wag gyud tay kalainan sa mga Parisiyo. panahon ni Kristo. You see that? Panahon Sabado, nagbaha mga kaigsunan, imong silingan gibaha na, nangaanod na, nakabarong ka na. As an Adventist, what would you do? At kag simbahan kay ka-schedule kag special song o imong luwason nga naanod tong imong silingan. The more prudent thing to do, if I were that person mga kaigsunan, is to save the life of my neighbor rather than going to the church and proceed to render my part in the Sabbath school mga kaigsunan. That is the essence of Sabbath school mga kaigsunan. This is the moment, a quiet moment in our hour in the Sabbath day, that we have to revive our person and transform the community mga kaigsunan. If you are a student, make-up class Sabado, matutang eskwelahan mga kaigsunan, of course we will not go. But what is our legal basis? Do we have legal basis to tell our teachers, nga teacher, di mi mo eskwela kay Adventista mi na tunong og Sabado? Yes, we have. Unsa man atong legal basis mga kaigsunan? If you are in high school, junior or senior high, elementary, Dip and Order number 110 series of 2010, 105 I mean, Dip and Order 105 series of 2010 says that Seventh-day Adventist students, teachers, including teachers mga kaigsunana, should not be compelled to report for classes, training, seminars on a Saturday. That is very specific in Dip and Order 105 series of 2010. Klaro gyud gihinganlan, Seventh-day Adventist students, learners, teachers, professors shall be exempt from attending classes, training, seminars on a Saturday. So natay balaod, nagingon, nga di ka pwede, o pwede ka di miskwilag Sabado. For college students, lahi po ng balaod, because college is governed by CHED, Commission on Higher Education. Supposing there is a make-up class or a class is scheduled on a Saturday, and you are an Adventist, will you report for your class? If not, then what is your legal basis? CHED Memorandum dated November 15, 2010. 2010 gapon igsoon. I repeat, CHED Memo dated November 15, 2010 says that all students whose day of worship fall, whose classes fall on the day of worship, shall be exempt from attending classes. Wala gihingan lang igsoon, wala gid gi-specify ang Seventh-day Adventist because this covers Muslim students, Iglesia ni Cristo students, Seventh-day Adventist students. Nagingon, nga kung ang klase na tunong sa adlaw sa pagsimba sa mga estudyante, di pwede pugson nga may eskwela ang mga estudyante kung kana nga adlaw sa ilang pagsimba. So we have this basis mga kaigsunan. Kompleto na ang atong balaod nga nagingon, we can enjoy our freedom of religion igsoon. Ang kulang na lang ang pagbarog sa atong pagtuo mga igsoon. It takes only 1 month to stand igsoon. I would like to relate to you a real story involving a college student before I end my promotion today. His name is Denmark Valmores. He was a medical student enrolled in MSU, Marawi mga kaigsunan. When he enrolled his medical course mga kaigsunan, gitanaw niyang prospectus, ang schedule mga kaigsunan, he decided to enroll, wa may klaseng Sabado. So enroll siya. Karon pagsugod sa klase mga igsoon, ang iyang mga professor mohangyo man, doktor siyang professor, class was at a klase karon, we have to reset our classes on a Saturday. Nihangyo si Denmark sa maestro, teacher, sir, di ko ka-attend og klase kay Sabado, simba na mo na, pwede ba exempted lang ko? Di mo sugot yang professors mga kaigsunan. So sa iyang gimo, iyang giadto iyang din, si Dr. Achacoso, din, ni-enroll ko kay way klase nga Sabado, pero karon gipangsibog ang klase, gihimong Sabado. Nanangid ko sa professor, di ko mosulod kay Adventista ko, simba na mo na. Ningon ang din sa College of Medicine, eskwela jud ka. Otherwise, hindi ka eskwela, you are marked absent. In short, the professor, the dean of the College of Medicine, wala gyud gitugutan nga di siya eskwela Sabado. So sa gimo, niadto siya sa presidente sa emisyo, si Dr. Muslimin. Ingon si Dr. Muslimin, yes, exempted ka. Natay CHED memorandum nga nagingon kung ang klase matunong og adlaw sa pagsimba, di ka pwede pugson. So ningon ang presidente sa emisyo, consider Denmark Balmores, allow him not to report for classes on a Saturday. But despite the order of the president, ang dean of the College of Medicine did not honor the request of the president. Professor absent. In short, Denmark Balmores was considered dropped in that particular subject for not attending classes on a Saturday. According to Denmark, katong nag-istorya may igsuan in Thailand, muundang naginunta ko judge. May nalang gani kay dunay mga Adventistang abogado nga mitabang sa kuwa. Unsay natabang? Ningon, sige, moadto ta sa CHED Regional Office. Ingon ang CHED Regional Office, exempted. Niadto sa National Office sa CHED, ningon, exempted. But despite that, the Dean of the College of Medicine did not exempt Denmark Balmores. Ingon si Denmark, mo transfer na lang ko eskwelahan. But you know, Adventist lawyers, mga kaigsunan, saw that incident as an opening opportunity to now at least file a case and test once and for all if the Seventh-day Adventist Church and all the Seventh-day Adventist students really and fully enjoy freedom of religion. Ingon si Congressman Harley Nabayon, along with some other Adventist lawyers, atong file kaso ang Dean sa College of Medicine for mandamos. Nganuman, doon na may CHED memorandum. Nganong di niya i-honor ang CHED memorandum? Mandamos simply is an order or a writ of the court pugso ng tao tumanani kay dunay balaod nga nagingon dili pwede pugson ang estudyante pag eskwelaang Sabado. Nganong di man nimo tumanon? That is the nature of a complaint for mandamos, mga kaigsunan. So in short, the case was filed and directly in the Supreme Court. So gipatubag si Dr. Achacoso, ang Dean of College of Medicine. Ang argument ra simple, Adventista mo exempt og eskwelaang Sabado. Mingon ang Dean, ngano man nga exempt kanamo. Ingon si Dr. Achacoso, timanig na mauni ang argumento kasagaran sa mga school administrators ug mga professors. Why would I exempt you from attending classes on a Saturday nga daghan na mga Adventista among estudyante kaniadto? Nang eskwela man tog Sabado. Nganong ikaw, who are you? Nga among i-treat especially gani nang graduate na to sila, nga doktor na gani ron, wa man to ilabad sa ulo. Nang eskwela man sila, Adventista man po to. Mo na argument sa Dean sa College of Medicine. Ikaduha, ingon ang Dean of College of Medicine, ngano di ay og musod lang kag klase. After all, pila raman ka oras ng klase, makasabot ra lagi ng imong Ginoo. Mao na kasagaran ang katarungan sa mga teachers igsoon kung mohangyo tag-exempt og Sabado. But you know what? The Supreme Court decided in favor of Denmark Balmores. And I want to tell you that this is the only case igsoon involving our freedom of religion and involving our church igsoon. I was so happy when this case was promulgated in 2007, 2008, if I am not mistaken. Because finally, igsoon, doon na nagikaso nga naabot sa Supreme Court nga naglambigit sa atong iglesia, may tungod sa atong kagawasan sa atong pagsimba. Sa una, igsoon, Jehovah's Witnesses. If you notice our brothers and sisters, mga saksi ni Jehovah, ambot o kabantay mo panahon mag-flag raising ceremony, flag retreat, they never put their right hand on their chest, igsoon. Do you notice that? Tindog ra gyud na sila. They never recite panunumpa ng watawat, panunumpa ng etc. They never sang national anthem, igsoon. There was a case that was filed in Cebu. Dunay Schools Division Superintendent who issued a memorandum nga panahon mag-flag raising ceremony, flag retreat, ibutang ang tuong kamot sa dughan. Ang mga estudyante nga mga saksi ni Jehovah ningon, we will not comply because their belief is that these are acts of God. Matud pa sa mga Jehovah's Witness, kung imong ibutang imong tuong kamot sa dughan og mukanta kag lupang hinirang, mo recite kas panunumpa ng watawat, alang nila igsoon, acts of God ni, this is idolatry. Mao po na ilang doktrina. Suwa sila mituman, ingon ang Schools Division Superintendent, sige, expelled mo, di na mo pa eskwelahon. Pero ang ingon, ang Jehovah's Witness, mo file mig kaso. Daog ang Jehovah's Witness, mga kaigsunan. According to the Supreme Court, in that decision, Ebra Nilag versus Schools Division Superintendent of Cebu, that among all human rights, freedom of religion must given the utmost priority. Sa tanan kuno nga katungod sa tao, ang kagawasan sa pagsimba mo'y pinakalabaw sa tanan. Tungod kay morani ang kagawasan nga naglambigit taliwala sa magbubuhat og sa iyang mga binuhat. That's how the Supreme Court ruled in that particular case. That's why until the present, they stand but they never sang national anthem, mga kaigsunan. Another case that reached the Supreme Court involved Iglesia ni Cristo og ang dating daan ni Eli Soriano. When Eli Soriano was still alive, you notice, daghang kay siyang episode siyang TV, mga kaigsunan. Sige, atake sa Iglesia ni Cristo. Kontra kay na sila. Aired on television. On the other hand, Iglesia ni Cristo, to counter all the attacks of Eli Soriano, also made a TV set entitled Ang Tamang Daan. So, kang Eli Soriano, ang dating daan, para lang yun matubag tanang pasangil Eli Soriano, naghimo po ng programa ng Iglesia ni Cristo, Ang Tamang Daan. Sukol po sila. Abot pasabot, gaaway sila sa TV, mga kaigsunan. Hangtod nabot sa punto, nagpinalay na sila kaso. Ang kaso nagingon, nga pagpakauaw na libelos na nanggihimo ni Eli Soriano. Ingon si Eli Soriano, no, this is still part of my freedom of religion. Sa decision Supreme Court, ingon ng Supreme Court, yes, that is still part of freedom of religion. When you attack other church doctrines, that is not libel. Muna, kumuwalit ang mga kaigsunan, atakihon nimo ang Iglesia Romana Katolika. Atakihon nimo itong di mga ugbaboy, mga kaigsunan. Hindi ka manlok, you can say it. But that is not libelous, mga kaigsunan. Mingon ka nga kanong Iglesia Katoliko, mao na ang Babylonia. That is not libelous because that is an attack of the doctrine of the church still covered by freedom of religion. Do you follow? Another case that reached the Supreme Court, American Bible Society. American Bible Society is selling Bible, religious tracts, materials. Ingon ang City Government of Manila, uy, noon sa manin ng negosyo naman ng American Bible Society, atong tax, i-tax na to. Kaya negosyo man eh. Ingon ang American Bible Society, dili man ni negosyo. Kaya nga mong tumong nga iwali ang maing balita, og nakahalin mga nimig Biblia, sulagma lang ni. Pero ingon ang City Government, dili oy, nang negosyo ka, sulagma ra nang wali-wali ninyo. And the case reached the Supreme Court. Ingon ang Supreme Court, still part of freedom of religion. You see? Manang ato mga literature evangelists karon, mga kaigsunan, they can sell books, mga kaigsunan, and they are exempt from paying taxes, mga kaigsunan. So these cases involve Jehovah's Witnesses, Iglesia ni Cristo, ang dating daan, American Bible Society. What about our church? Until this case of Benmark Balmores, mga kaigsunan, we had no cases that reached the Supreme Court involving our church on freedom of religion. So we are so happy. The case of Marmores versus Dr. Achacoso is a landmark case for our church. This must be the guidepost of our students to truly invoke freedom of religion. At least it is now settled. Wa na'y duda, mga kaigsunan, nga ato mga estudyante, mga Adventista, di na pwede pugson o pa-eskwela sa Sabado. High school, senior high o junior, hangtod sa college, mga kaigsunan. Mubora tong oras, mga kaigsunan. Hopefully, if you have some questions, a few minutes probably this afternoon, because at 3 o'clock I have to go back to Tago, mga kaigsunan, for a very important program also, panahon sa EY. So, kung natay panahon niyang hapon, for some question and answer, we will entertain those questions, mga kaigsunan. In the meantime, I will pause my lecture to give way to our Sabbath School lesson review. Once again, good morning and happy Sabbath.